Hi, my name is Josh Mosser. I'm engineer for Alex the Kid. It was a friend of mine who, his name is David Jameson. He was a drummer while we were in high school, and he was the one who had first got. What did we do first? Actually, first we'd started this little half-assed band, and he had this little Roland DAW 16 multi-track recorder that we all played with. He got really familiar with it. I just thought it was freaking cool. And then once he got Pro Tools, that kind of sparked my real interest in recording, which spurred me on to go and build my own computer at home, start recording digitally, not analog there, and then go to a studio in central Pennsylvania and learn a little bit of analog recording, and then went on to college after that. That was kind of the spark that took it all off. Alex and I linked up actually on American Idol last year, the first season that Jimmy Iovine and Steven Tyler were on. We had done Paul McDonald when they did the Elton John week. We did Rocket Man together, and then after that we did another session, Interscope, with a guy he was looking to sign named Jamie Commons. And then from there, I thought, well, at the end of the session, Alex had said, you know, you want to be my engineer, what's your bro rate, and all this goofy stuff. And I thought he was actually joking until a week later when Mark Jordan called me and asked me seriously if I wanted to be Alex's engineer. My daily routine as an engineer for Alex actually varies a lot, depending on who we have in. If it's a standard, writer day, say someone like Candace or, well, even Dan from Imagine Dragons works as a writer for us. It's really kind of straightforward. They're going to come in. I'm going to get the tracks from Alex 9/10 of the time. He just gives me a stereo bounce of what he's done in Logic, and then they'll come in, put down, start writing their melodies. Sometimes some people do it in the booth. A lot of people who come in this way tend to be a little slower paced on that. They tend to work out their melodies in their heads and in here, and then we'll come in, we'll put down either a scratch idea or they'll have the whole thing written. At that point it becomes a standard recording session where it's me and the artist. So I'm working with them on a very in-depth level where it's making sure that they're singing everything right, making sure that they're getting the harmonies correct, that there's no conflicts in what they're singing. It's sometimes helping to guide in certain ways. It kind of gets into a gray area, but that's my normal day-to-day when it's a writer. When it's someone like Imagine Dragons comes in, it's kind of an anything goes moment. I mean, we can have, like we do with when Wayne and Dan come in, it goes, normally we'll even jump through different sets of software. I mean, we'll do guitars that we set up early that morning, and then vocals late at night, and then we'll do all that in Pro Tools, and then Dan and Wayne will want to work on something with keyboards, but they're familiar in Logic, so we'll jump over to Logic and work that way. I love working with her. I love working with Dan and Wayne too, but she's an interesting person to work with. She's very, very self-produced. She's done her own vocals for so long that she knows exactly what she wants and exactly what she's hearing in her head. Our working relationship has definitely progressed as we've gotten to know each other and gotten to work more and more together. When I first started working with her, it was just, I just need someone to help me record this and get it down, and then I'll put it all together at the end. Okay, cool. So I would come in and just literally, Pro Tools Monkey, set up the mic, set up the compressor, get everything sounding good, press record, and then once we're done recording all the takes, she would go in and put it all together. She still does that to a very big extent, but now it's becoming more of, I'm working more with her on putting the takes together, listening through them, deciding what's good, what's not, and then if we need to go back and re-sing something. So it's becoming much more of a fun work dynamic to be in. Not that the other one wasn't, but I enjoy that one a little more. If I were to give advice to someone who's just starting, make sure it's your passion. It's a long road. It's a tough road. and there's a lot of pitfalls along the way. Just make sure that it's what you want to do, and that's a hard thing to find out until you're in it, but you gotta love it. You absolutely have to love it, more so than just about anything in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to give advice to someone who's, say, in a runner or assistant realm, maybe not starting runner, like end of the road runner, just about to become an assistant, keep going. That's the hard part. That's where, you know, everything's pushing against you. All the things where you're just like, I have no money, I have no friends, I have no girlfriend, I have no life, I'm at a studio, that's all I am. Just keep going. It will get better. It takes a little bit of time, but you're just about to get over the hill.